Here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here. They'll start on the ground with Madison. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cousins now. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On play action, Cousins. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Grenard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Cousins now from the 50. To Jefferson on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fielded right around the 8, and he won't quite make it to the 25. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans
at their own 24.
A 1st down throw for Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mills. Escaping the pressure right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mills now.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion, take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Stop behind the line made by the safety that time, Lewis Seen.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go right back to Mack. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. This offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And it's the big fella. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Vikings take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Mack. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Right where this set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins on first down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Final play of the half. Cousins. And it's caught. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills to throw it. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A give to Burkhead on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Now Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Another one caught by Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Mills. And he's got it. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Cousins again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 88 yards. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, there's Cousins. Going right back to Wilson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Cousins. On the comeback route, he's got Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now on this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not a... I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's King. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
First down throw for Mills.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner guaranteed to approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start. Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On the handoff, it's Madison.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a give to Madison.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially... And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, get it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us? We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's going to win your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house